Am I the asshole for telling my ex that I plan on signing my rights to my 1-year son instead of choosing to pay child support? I used to be in a relationship with my ex. For quick summary. Unlike most people, I have been cheated on numerous times, and instead of thinking, you can't be cheated on if you cheat first, I prefer to think, damn, cheating hurts. A lot. I'm not going to put anyone through this. Now, my ex didn't cheat, that I have proof of at least, but we'll get to that. Almost 2 years ago, I met my ex, who we'll call Jen. Now, despite my trust issues at the beginning of the relationship, she very quickly helped me lower my walls by spending plenty of time with me, and she would only hang out with dudes if I was there. Her choice, not mine. After nearly a year, I was certain she was the one and wanted to propose, but one day she called me crying, saying we needed to talk. When she came home, she sat me down and informed me she was pregnant, and rather than being in shock, I was damn near screaming with joy inside, as I've always wanted to be a father. I asked what she wanted to do with the baby, and she said she planned on keeping it, and I agreed. Throughout the pregnancy, I was the dream boyfriend, always there to keep her off her feet, tackling every chore in the house by myself while she rested, and even hand-fed her on occasion. The whole princess treatment. Fast forward to delivery day, and a beautiful baby boy was born. Here is where the fantasy comes crashing down. After about a month of what you could call a family honeymoon phase, I had come home from work exhausted and tired. Jen had handed me my son, who was quite active this day, while she made herself some food. Well, as I was holding my son, he threw his head back, then slung it back into my jaw, which caused me to nearly drop him. After I was sure I wouldn't drop him, I told him, "Hey, stop that little guy," in a somewhat annoyed tone, but not blaming him for anything. Afterwards, my phone rang, and I had to hand him off as it was from work. Someone had gotten sick, and they had asked if I wanted to come in and collect overtime, and since baby supplies are expensive, I said yes. After work, I was met outside by Jen and her father, and was told that she was scared I would hurt my son, referring to the annoyed tone I gave him, and said we needed to take a break, and very next day a mutual friend had asked why me and Jen had broken up. I said we were only having a break, but they said Jen told them she dumped me. A few months after that, she moved out of town, despite me begging her to stay so I could at least stay in his life. From then until present day, I would stay single and hear how she was telling everyone that I had 2 more kids, couldn't please her, or was boring. Well, a week ago, I had received a message on TikTok of all places, saying, "X, hey, it's Jen. You look like you're doing good. Maybe it's time you start helping pay for your son." I then proceeded to tell her how any money I save is going to be spent on papers being drafted up to sign away my rights, so I can live my life in peace without seeing or hearing her. After which I blocked her and tried to calm down, and not minutes later I get a notification from Facebook saying I have a memory to look back on. I took this as an opportunity to focus on something else and ended up seeing a memory from when me and Jen were still together. I admittedly snooped through her profile and found out the month after she left town she was engaged to some dude. This is where my reality fully shattered with the possibility that she had cheated on me and used the annoyed tone incident as a reason to leave me for their side piece.